Hi, it's Thibaut for Whatispersonaldevelopment.org. In this video I would like to talk about the mind. The mind is the most powerful machine in the world. However, there is one problem. Nobody gave us the manual. Nobody told us how we should use our mind. And when we were born, nobody said, hey, here is your manual to control your mind. Please read it carefully. So as a result, most of us, instead of being in control of our mind, we are being controlled by our mind. And we all have these limiting beliefs that are the result of our experience in our life, our past. It's a result of what our parents have been telling us, what the media have been telling us, what our friends have been telling us, what we've been reading in the magazines, things, events that happened to us in the past. And we just constructed our reality upon those the past experience we had. So everyone has a different reality, everyone has a different perception of the reality, and there is no objective reality. It's always subjective. So when someone tells you, oh, come on, you should be realistic, what does it mean? That person is just telling you what you are trying to do or to accomplish in your life is not aligned with my belief system. That is telling me that it is not possible. But it's only their reality, it's only their subjective reality, it is not your reality. And there is no rule that said you should buy into anyone's reality. And it's important to create the best reality we can and to start changing our limiting beliefs and our belief system if you really want to transform our life, if you really want to take more action, to be happier and to be more fulfilled in our life. And so we have this belief system, and then from that belief system we have many thoughts coming in our mind. So one researcher from Stanford University estimated that we have about 60,000 thoughts per day. And among those thoughts, 90% are repetitive thoughts. So basically, we are having the same thoughts again and again and again every day. So we are just repeating the same thought pattern. That is, I believe, the result of our belief system. So it's interesting because we have many thoughts that we are not necessarily aware of, and those thoughts are coming from a belief system that we accepted most of the time unconsciously when we were young because of what everyone around us has been telling us. So what I would like to tell you is that all the thoughts we have in our mind every day, we don't need to buy into those thoughts, we don't need to act on those thoughts. They are just clouds in our mind that are just passing, and we can just, you don't have to accept those thoughts as our reality or as the truth. So it's something you should be aware of. So most people, they believe they are their thoughts or their emotions, and we often say, I am so angry or I'm so depressed. But we are not our thoughts, it's not who we are. And it's better to use something like, okay, so I chose to have that thought because even if it's not consciously, we have a choice. We can choose our thoughts. So I chose to have that feeling, that emotion or that thought, what I would describe as anger. And then you really want to be an observer or a scientist, trying to understand what is going on in your mind. And just you want to feel it in your body. How does it feel in your body? Which part of your body are tensed? And once you've done that, you can just ask yourself, do I allow myself to let go of that emotion, of that feeling, of that thought? It's a process you want to repeat, again and again until you get used to it, because it's a very powerful process. And what you don't want to do is to try to repress your emotions, because if you repress your emotions, they will come back stronger. It's like if I tell you not to think about a white bear, you will end up thinking about the white bear all the time. So always accept and acknowledge your emotions, but don't accept those thoughts or emotions as the truth. So what I want you to do because the new year is beginning soon, I want you to start redesigning your belief system in order to be happier, in order to get rid of all this limiting belief, all this limitation in your life, and start taking more action. Because in the end, those belief system created thoughts that will determine what kind of action you're going to take in your life. So start thinking about what are your limiting beliefs. And when you have limiting beliefs, you can really try to find counter examples. So maybe you're telling yourself all the time, I'm too old, I cannot do that, I cannot do this because I'm too old. But you can find people one guy who is 101, he ran a marathon. Or some people are maybe 100 and they're still playing the piano or gardening. So that it is possible to do that. And you are not too old. So look for all those examples that show you that you are wrong. And if you feel that you are not good enough, for instance, it is a very common belief, look for ways that shows you are good enough. So every day you can take a few minutes and just talk to yourself. I'm good enough to make some friends, I'm good enough to cook, I'm good enough to exercise, I'm good enough to, travel by myself or learn a foreign language. You always have thousands and thousands of things you are good enough at, so start focusing on what you are good enough at. And do it again and again every day. So that's it for this video. I hope you find it useful, and it will help you increase your awareness and realizing that you don't have to believe in your thoughts, and just stop beating yourself up and taking more action in your life. And please, if you like the video, subscribe to my newsletter. I will send you an email every 3 days with my new articles and videos. And leave me a comment below. That's it. Thank you. Bye.